Hi everybody, today's topic is multi-digit division. As a reminder, you do not need to write everything down in this lesson, but be sure to jot down important information and at least one example of each type of problem that we cover. Also remember that you can pause to jot down important notes, rewind to view information again, and fast forward if you think you got it. Just be careful and make sure you don't fast forward too much that you miss out on something important. So let's get started. Here's some important notes that you might want to jot down. As a review, the dividend is the first number. That's the whole that we're trying to divide into parts. And in your division problem, it's going to go inside. The divisor is the second number, and that's the parts that we're actually dividing the whole into. And it goes on the outside of your division problem. Here's a pro tip. Before you start, you can create a quick key of easy products so that you can easily look up products. And some easy products are multiples of 2 and multiples of 5. So make sure you jot this information down before you continue. All right, let's look at an example. For this problem, it says 757 is divided by 68. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can solve it on your own first. All right, and if you notice for this problem, it says to write your answer as a whole number and they want a remainder. So before I begin, I'm going to first set up my key of easy products. And I first need to know how to set up my problem. So our dividend needs to go inside. That's the whole that we're actually dividing into parts. And then my divisor needs to go on the outside. So I need to know how many times 68 goes into 757. So I'm going to make a key first with my easy products. So easy products would mean like multiples of 2. 68 times 2 is easy to get because I can quickly multiply that. 8 times 2 is 16. Add that 1. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So I get 136. Or I could just add 68 to 68. And then to get 68 times 4, I could just add these two together again. So 136 plus 136. That'll be it 4 times. So that'll be 12. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. And then I have 1 plus 1 is 2. So this is what we mean by easy products. We can quickly get there. So then this would be 68 times 8 if I add these together again. So it would be 4 plus another 4 times. So this would be 4, 7 plus 7 is 14. This will be 4 plus 1, which is 5. So already I'm making myself a little key. And then later on, when I'm trying to find products, I can look at my key and see kind of what to put into my quotient. All right, so let's start off with this. 68. How many times can 68 go into, let's start with this first digit, 7. Well, 0 times, because 7 is too small. So I'm just going to put a 0 there as a placeholder, just so I have my numbers lined up. And next I'm going on to 5, 75. How many times can 68 go into 75? Well, 75 is very close to 68. And if we put 2 in, it would be too high if I look at my key. So I'm going to go with 1. So 75 minus 68. So I'm going to keep track of what I'm getting rid of. This becomes 15. So 15 minus 8 is 7. And then 6 minus 6 is 0. So I have a 7. And then we know we have to put down this place value, so it becomes 77. How many times does 68 go into 77? That was very close to 75, so we'll put a 1 down again. And this is 17 minus 8, which is 9. So my remainder is 9. I have 11, remainder 9. I didn't really have to use any of these, but if I needed to, I could kind of use them to figure out what number to put in. So the answer is 11, the remainder of 9. All right, so we're going to get into the habit of using this key because you never know, you might get a problem where you'll need the key. Let's try another problem. Go ahead and pause the video and try this on your own first. Remember, you're writing your answer as a whole number with a remainder. Okay, so my dividend goes in first, 9,497. That already looks very intimidating. Divided into 16 parts. So I'm going to create a key on the bottom. 16 times 2 would be 16 plus itself. So that is 32, or I could just do the multiplication. 16 times 4 would be twice that, 32 plus 32, so that's 64. And then let's do it one more time, 16 times 8, so that's 64 plus 64. Or you could just multiply here. 6 times 8 is 48. 4 plus 8 is 12. You can also get it here. So here's our little key. All right, how many times does 16 go into 9? 0 times, too small. How many times does 16 go into 94? All right, let's use our key. Times 2 is too small, times 4 is too small, times 8 is too big. But it seems like it might be a little bit lower than 8. So let's try 7. 16 times 7. So that'll be 42, and this is 11. Oh, too big. So it's got to be 5. So it's got to be between 4, or no, it's got to be 6. It's a little bit lower. So let's try 6 in there. 16 times 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Nope, it's 5. There we go. So that's 80. All right. 6 was a little too big. So we're going to go with 5. But at least it kind of gave us an idea as to where we're going to guess. So 6 times 5 is 80. Subtract that. 4 minus 0 is 4. 9 minus 8 is 1. And we move down that 9. Now we have 149. 149. Let's see. It's got to be bigger than 8, so let's try 9. $54, so 5 plus 9 is 144. Perfect. So we're going to put 9 there, minus 144. 9 minus 4 is 5. Then we move down this 7. So we have 57 now. 57. What could work with 57? Looks like maybe 16 times 3. That's 48. That's good. Okay. Let's leave some room here. 57 is the end of the line, so I'm just going to move it over here. 57 minus 58. So then this is 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. So we get a remainder of 9. And the number we went with was 3. It looks like a lot of work, but it's actually a little faster than doing it from a random location. At least you have a place to kind of give you a starting point. And then maybe I'm just not that good of a guesser. So 593, remainder 9. All right, we're going to do one last one before we end for today. So this problem right here is 530 divided by 34. Go ahead and pause the video and try it on your own first. All right, So the dividend goes inside, divisor goes on the outside, and we're going to create a little shortcut for us, little key. 34 times 2, 34 times 4, that's double that. So that'll be 136. 34 times 8 will be double that. Okay, and then we can get started. So 34 can't go into 5. 34 can go into 53. 2 is too big, so we're going to stick with 34. So we're going to go with 1. Okay, that way I don't even have to try 2. I already did it. 13 minus 4 is 9. 4 minus 3 is 1. And then I'm going to bring that 0 down. So 190, okay, it's going to be somewhere between 4 and 8. Let's see, let's try 5. It seems pretty close to it. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 2 is 170. That looks like it'll be good. Let's see, so 5 was our number. Subtract that and we get 20. Your remainder should always be less than your divisor. If it's bigger, then you pick the wrong number up there. Okay, so it looks like our answer is 15 with a remainder of 20. There we go. So that's what we mean by making a key on the bottom. It just gives you a better starting point when you're trying to choose the part of your quotient. So practice with that method if you're looking for a method. And let me know if you have any questions. If not, I will see you in class.